Hey guys, Haddy here. A friend of mine asked me to draw his Sea of Thieves avatar for his YouTube channel where he's starting to build up a streaming audience and stuff and play Sea of Thieves and do some other piratey stuff. So I told him I would do that for him. He is also the werewolf in a video I made with my kids. So he's done me some favors, so I'm happy to do this favor for him. So check it out, and I'm just going to play it and put on some music and let it go. I'm gonna pop back in here for a second. So his avatar, I played Sea of Thieves with him a bit back in the day, and his avatar is like the ugliest avatar I ever seen. I told him it looked like a baby Cabbage Patch doll, because it's like a girl, but she's got this beard, and she's not very cute. I'm not trying to be politically incorrect here, but she's not a very cute pirate. So I told him that it looked like a Cabbage Patch. So I take credit for kind of naming his Captain Cabbagepatch. So yeah, it's not the cutest avatar. I think somebody even said that's the ugliest pirate I've ever seen to him. So he's kind of proud of his ugly pirate. So no shame there. It doesn't look like him at all. He's this really skinny, tall dude, and his avatar is kind of a plump lady. So it is what it is. I just read an article about avatars and game avatars and how they influence the players that choose them. It's kind of interesting stuff. This one quote says, "Studies have shown that in general, people create slightly idealized avatars based on their actual selves." So that makes sense. Like if you're overweight and you feel like you'd rather be skinny, you make an avatar that's skinny. But it's funny, in my friend's situation, he's skinny and chose an overweight avatar. Does it mean something? Maybe you really want to be big. The quote continues though, it says, "But a compensation effect has been observed. People with a higher body mass index, slightly overweight or obese, create more physically idealized avatars, which are taller or thinner. And people who are depressed or have low self-esteem create avatars with more idealized traits, such as being more gregarious and conscientious." I kept reading the article, and it talks about too how uniforms will make people conform to the uniform that they're wearing, and how avatars change people's behaviors and play styles based on their uniforms or how they look. It's kind of interesting. Kind of makes me think of like a police officer. Once he gets that policeman suit on, he's got more authority and respect from people. Well, respect or hate, considering on where you are or the person, right? But it's all interesting stuff. Studies have shown that people unconsciously conform to the expectations of their avatar's appearance. We've termed this phenomenon the Proteus effect. I think it's Proteus. He's a Greek god. Proteus? I don't know. He was a Greek god that apparently could shapeshift and take on different shapes. So these studies in a virtual environment parallel older studies in psychology showing that people conform to the uniforms given to them. Avatars are not just ornaments, they alter the identity of the people who use them. Weird. Anyway, I wasn't even intending on talking during this video, but I got up reading about avatars and wanted to share what I learned, you know, how that goes. The weird crevices of the internet. There's all kinds of oddities that you can learn about. Anyways, back to Sea of Thieves. This game is probably the prettiest game I've ever played. It is absolutely stunning. Just the scenery that you see, the sunsets and the water, everything looks really cool. I don't play nearly as much as I used to, just because I am trying to cut back on video games and be more productive with my time. That's kind of why I started doing this channel again with fervor, trying to build up creativity and to build something I'm proud of. That's the problem with video games. You can spend hours grinding and getting the latest gear or whatever, but at the end of the day, you don't really have anything to show for it physically or in the real world. It's easy to just fall into a game and just forget about the cares of reality for a bit. I think it's even healthy to do from time to time, but I kind of have a real addictive personality. Like I'm like all or nothing. So like when I'm drinking soda, I'm drinking like a 12-pack of Coke a day, or I need to quit because I can't restrain myself. It's all I want to drink. And then water is, what's water, you know? So that's me anyways. Everybody, you know, for each their own. I'm not criticizing anybody. Play your games if you want to. Well, all this rambling, and I actually finished the drawing in the background, so hopefully you enjoyed that. It just kind of showed the process of how I drew his character. I drew his head on a separate layer, and the bird I actually drew for him earlier, so I just kind of put it on and did a version so he can turn on and off that layer if he wants to for whatever reason. But yeah, so it's kind of fun drawing his avatar. I think the drawing's kind of cool. I still think his character's ugly, even though I drew it. But yeah, it was fun. Thanks for hanging out and for listening to me ramble about avatars. Gotta learn a little something today. Take care, guys.